the YouTube thing. It's pretty crappy, but that picture is really grainy like that. I don't know why the encoder works so much better. I mean, you would think that being YouTube, that their stuff would kick the encoder's butt rather than the other way around. Evening, David. You're like Johnny on the spot most times. Johnny on the spot is a compliment. JAEUFM. Dude, my email is on my page. Yes, sir. Coffee. My wine's chilling in the fridge. You can email me and tell me what all them letters are. Hey, Pew Pew, you still out of town?
He's on the computer.
Well, he can't be on the computer. He wouldn't be able to type if he was on the computer. He's sitting at a desk in front of his laptop, I'm sure. Either that or he's laying in bed typing on his phone. One of those two things.
Could be in the basement.
Well, no. He's out of town in a motel room. I guess he could be in the basement. Motel might have a I'm sure he could be in the basement. Does that motel have a basement? Are you in the basement, guys? That's the question. Just saying. Just another elephant under 50 moles. Yeah. Okay. Can't say that on here, I don't think. Unless it's uniquely friendly man, I guess. Nobody was watching my story because I think my story was a little too dark for everybody. Oh, that's like a better F than I was using. Because I actually had no offense, no comparison, but I had a puppy that was real cute when I got it. So I named her Underfoot Always because she wouldn't get off from under my feet. She was half coyote, half German Shepherd. This was before I learned that coy dogs were bad. But anyway, then she hit puberty. I called her Ufa, Underfoot Always, UFA. And anyway, then when she hit puberty, Cool. Hey, Al. I was kind of like do a little quick live stream because several people have asked me about getting a fan mail address or whatever. And the few of y'all have gotten my address, but y'all know I'm a little close to my actual physical address. I got to know you pretty good and or trust you or know something about you. And well, I don't want people showing up and me having to pop them. I don't really enjoy the notion of doing that. So that being said, I got a post office box today. I put it in the description in the about me. It's it's Wes S. It's P.O. Box 251, Snyder, Texas 79550. It's the closest town of any size to me, but it's not where I live. So Well, some of it's just I'm using the YouTube thing, which really sucks.
You're gonna put it on like the About Me section.
Yeah, it's in the About Me section. If you read through the whole thing, it's got, I think it's got my Patreon or PayPal, and right below it says snail mail, and then it's got that information, and then yada yada yada.
Not everybody goes and looks at the About Me and reads the better ones.
Yeah, nobody goes back to it for whatever reason. I mean, people always ask, "Hey, you got an email?" I'm like, well, yeah. It was freaking hot today. My back glass on y'all, you can't really tell it from my videos, or I don't know, maybe you can. The back glass on my truck is dark tinted. Yeah, sunburn on the back of my neck because I had to drive for 2 hours in the morning, and then when the sun got back to the other side of the planet, I turned around and drove 2 hours back. So for 4 hours, the sun was coming right through that glass on the back of my neck, a little strip about that wide. It's tender. Never should have cut my mullet off. That was the dumbest crap ever. Well, it's a pretty simple rule. Whenever you live in a place where they put out this thing called a UV warning, and you're just waiting for it to drop out of the red so you can walk outside and check the mail. Yes, ma'am, I know that. I've still got the hair. It's in a bag in there. I was going to donate it to the lot.
What do you have for all that?
What? Yeah, I just call him half crazy. Or you can just say hi and he'll hear you.
Yeah, window tint would be good.
I got window tint. Serious. It's like, I mean, I don't wear sunglasses that dark. It's the darkest you can legally have. Let me rephrase it. It's the darkest you could legally get put on the truck in that year, which is no longer that dark. Not allowed to put it on there, but because my truck's dated, they don't have them. A little on the white side. You know, if I could get some lace curtains, that'd be cool. Some little frilly ones, like maybe I could get
They
some.
have them little unicorn linen. What do you call it? The bolts of cloth at Walmart.
I was right there, and I still didn't grab my bandana. Y'all got me the rainbow unicorn bandana. I could put that up there, but then I couldn't see my spider. My spider is chilling. He's my friend. Maybe we could just put more spiders. Oh, that's what I did. That one bumper sticker was all messed up, so I scratched it off. That's what was blocking the sun off my neck. I never should have took that off there. I put more stickers on it. That and my camper shell's gone, which was blocking the sun out of it.
How did Layla like it?
He really, we all ate it.
Weirdos.
It was good. You should try it.
No.
Sweet pea refuses to eat it. She'll eat anything. She actually looks forward to helping me dress the animals, like in skirts and stuff, guns. Just like when you get them and then you have to cut them up and stuff like that. Yeah, I can do that. I got burlap. Burlap is like a go-to thing. You know how to make a I'm talking, I should do a video instead of just a live stream on this, but if you can get your hands on a couple of burlap sacks, you take the one literally just as hillbilly as it gets, You cut, you don't cut it all out. You cut a half moon, so you can get it in, get your arms out, and you cut a slit and drop it down. The section needs to be big, or you need to be small, one of the two. And you've got basically grass colored shirt on, right? Perfect. You take the other one, you cut one of the corners off to make you a hat, and then you just cut it into strips, poke holes in there, and tie the little ribbons to your deal. And then wherever you're at, you roll around, and the burlap will stick to the leaves and stuff on the ground. And you instant ghillie suit. You can make your ghillie suit in 10 minutes with two burlap sacks. Well, 20 minutes. Yeah, this is the first thing she's ever balked on, and I'm like, it's the freaking porcupine. Stage 1 ghillie suit. I actually carried a ghillie suit with me to San Antonio, and I didn't. It was too hot, man, and it was, with all the other weight, I wasn't gonna put it on. I remember the first time my son, the top of my head, I ate bean balls. That is sore. One of the jobs I got required me to shave and get a church boy haircut. So I shaved and took my clippers and took it down. I gave myself a burr and then shaved the side of my head. With the, put a 3/8 of an inch of hair up here and an 1/8 inch of hair on the sides. And then I got put out in the sun. I'm like, what? I got sunburn on my head. Why? Because that job sucks.
You burlap on hot, sweaty skin. Sounds like a good time to me.
You betcha. You gotta have a shirt on underneath, though. We're not going. You don't want to put like burlap on and go commando. Ow. Burlap, the ultimate in manly, what do you call that, loincloth. That would,
I don't know if I've ever met anybody that didn't wear a hat.
Do people not wear hats?
Jay doesn't.
I know I ain't there at the ball guy didn't wear no hat. Why do I know how to tie a loincloth? Okay. I was a weird guy in my last life. Just saying. I dare you, man. Hey, Leonard. Yeah, that baby come out yet? I heard it kicked the plug out. Hey, Courtney. You mess up our weekend, I'm going to poke you. Just like put on a burlap loincloth and all that till we get back. But get video. Hey, diggers. That's it. Jay, that's exactly right. The smashed lightning bugs and burlap loincloths with sharp, pointy sticks, running around screaming in the woods. Oh, see, well, see, now you're just being mean. Yeah, but see, she's not supposed to squirt this puppy until for 2.5 more weeks. We decide to go do something as adult infants type grown-ups. And now all of a sudden, she decides to like aggravate her baby, so trying to escape early. If she would just like quit being mean to it and say, okay, it's fine, I'm not going to charge you rent, stand there as long as you want, then to go to the hospital and sit there and go, she has a kid yet? Damn. You know, like normal folks. But no, she's going to be all rushing, pushing, and stuff. Oh, yeah. This is just about the PO box, and that's pretty much it. Cool. Burlap. Gladiator porcupine spike suit. Ow!
Hey, crazy. Crazy hair, don't care.
When she does her makeup like that, she looks like
I look like a chink right now on your camera. Got my glasses on.
damn it.
Can't say words like that on live streams.
What, dadgummit?
No, I said the C word. Yeah.
Oh. Well, there goes all my monetization. Whoops, forgot to click that button. Dadgummit. To go with the purple eyes and diamonds. She does diamonds.
That would be painful.
No. Just, okay, you go back in there.
Love you.
I love you too. Y'all know who I'm talking about. Sweet Pea's hair is different. That's because it's been like 4 days since you've seen her. Wait 4 more days.
That's what I was saying.
It's not full term. It needs to cook for 2.5 more weeks. Trust me. I know these things. I've been in a parking lot that belonged to a doctor once. I don't think we got a pool going. I think somebody might have lied about when she was playing leapfrog. If the baby comes out now. Caitlin, I want to see the baby just as bad as you do. But do you realize what it will do to the peace and tranquility of this residence if we don't get to go out of town? What is it, like 7 years? 7 years every year for the past 7 years we've given our vacation for something. Every freaking year. Yeah, something like that.
I can't say anything to my boss about it because I'm not supposed to have people on this stuff.
David, you're not supposed to literally bounce the baby out. I don't think that would be a foul. We actually don't have any vacation days left, but we did have enough to make a long weekend. So we set 2 days for, or 2 work day hours for driving. So that left us basically an 8-hour drive in a circle. And we had a ticker, and there may be a couple people on the way if they're in here and they see this or whatever, shout it out. We're going to be headed for Missouri. It's personal opinion. I don't think flipping manual, what do you call it? They have a fancy word for it. I don't think flipping the baby makes any sense. If it needs to be done, do it in the delivery room. Yeah, that guy. If we had a couple of weeks, man, we'd coast road it all the way to Florida and then work our way back up. We'd go see everybody. Yeah, most babies know what they're doing. Just, just chill and let them do what they got to do. Oh. Maybe you quit poking. That's probably what you keep pushing her head, and so she thinks she's in the right position, because when they go the right direction, well, they're kind of pushing their head against something. I'm not a doctor, Courtney. Just have the baby. It'll be fine.
Are you offering class or me or what?
Yeah. What Mrs. said. We can trust me. Get this house out of the way. There's some pretty good dirt under the house. We could grow a garden up under here. If we had the money, we would have an accidental fire right here, and this would become a 900 square foot building. Maybe 700 square foot home. But, we'd have a big open kitchen, dining, living area, big bedroom, big bathroom. That'd be it. Maybe I can put a closet in somewhere. Yeah, just hope it ain't like when your husband was born. Your husband back killed his mom. Not like literally, but she said it was not pleasant. I'm not a hoarder. I collect merchandise. And I have got rid of a lot of it. Mostly because I don't have a barn. You rescheduled your appointment, dude?
The cast iron problem.
There's no such thing as a cast iron problem. All right. Y'all are grown now, okay? I can't like tell y'all what to do. I mean, I can tell you what to do. Y'all don't have to listen to me. Not much has changed since when you were teenagers.
Oh, jeez, Jay.
Hey YouTube. Just a fun fact you should know about my dad. His ribs are really ticklish.
I will stab you.
Don't stab me.
They could have gone the rest of their life without knowing that. Or I could have gone the rest of their life without them knowing that. Yes, I'm Goosey. Lately, ain't got to worry about being no hoarder. I ain't going to point no fingers at no pregnant woman. But can't believe she's trying to have a baby. I figure she just want to keep it put up somewhere. Mustache hair thought. Did you text her to do that, boy? Yeah.
At least the doctor showed up.
Well, yeah, at least he showed up. You too, Guns. Is L out of here? I didn't see L say good night. L, be blessed. It's starting to must have been in here too long now. It's starting to do that lag stuff. Yeah, he said he was going to get some shut eye and take it easy out there. Like I say, the chat's crawling. Let's see. Day I was born, my mom and daddy was at the hospital. That's all I know. Hey, HDP, how goes it?
How do you think the porcupine would have been slow roasted?
It would have been way better slow roasted. Okay, y'all should go watch. There's a reason I referenced that I wasn't going to do the singeing part. Because you have to have a big fire. Like I singed that hog. If y'all seen the video. You basically do the same thing to the porcupine. You build a big fire, you throw it on there, and you burn the quills and hair and everything off of it. And then you scrape it just like you would a pig. And then you take the yuckies out. And then you close it back up and you roast it inside its own skin. That's the proper way to do a porcupine. We did not have the wood or the couple hours it takes to singe and scrape a porcupine. So, that's why. But any of the smaller game animals that you can leave the hide on, even rabbits, if you can slowly burn the hair off rather than take the skin off, what little bit of fat the rabbit does store is in the skin and the brain. So if you can cook the rabbit with the skin on, you're miles ahead. If you have a water source, this is something that's important to note. If you have a water source, you take the parts of the intestines and everything out that are going to destroy the flavor. You literally cut the ends, you squish the yuck out. You don't scrape the outside. The outside of the intestines are fine. You don't scrub those. You want to clean the inside. The stomach and everything. Actually, you can eat what's in the rabbit's stomach, in case you're wondering. And then you put, after you get the poo and everything out and the acids and stuff out of the intestines, you put all that stuff back in the body cavity. And you cook the rabbit. Then the fat from all that stuff that you ordinarily throw away is cooked into the meat, and your body gets the fat. Without fat or carbohydrates, one or the other, you starve to death. You can eat fish all day long. Filet, you can eat. If someone gave you 10 pounds of fish fillet and you ate it every day, if your body will allow you to. And I'm talking grilled, not batter fried, nothing. I'm talking just grilled or boiled fish. Eat all you can stand every day. You will starve to death. You will literally starve to death. Your body will implode and it will feed on everything. Your stomach will refuse the food. You will start to vomit. You will starve to death. Just FYI. That's why you can get away with eating meat and potatoes. You eat the proteins, the fat, and the starches. You're good to go. You take the starches away, and all you got the meat, you're going to starve to death. Especially like deer or whatever. If you're going to eat wild game, you have to eat organs. Is anybody paying attention or am I just talking on the screen? Oh, dude, they stink, man. You're gonna tell me that wild turkey doesn't stink when you dress it. It smells rank, man. It smells rotten. It's like, whoa, what is that smell? And it's the meat. I mean, it goes away after a day or so in the fridge, but still, I mean, it's rank, dude. It's rank. It's wrong. Maybe I just don't like turkey. livers and kidneys and stuff, man. Well, the one I did it in the field maybe 20, 30 minutes after I dropped it. And the other one was maybe 2 hours, 3 hours. I don't know. It's just something about the way raw turkey meat smells that my body refuses to allow it going to my nostrils. And that, like I say, that might be it, because there's other stuff that doesn't bother me. I mean, it's the only animal that doesn't smell good to me while I'm taking when I open it up. Well, you know what I mean. And that may be it, because I never like smell to the guts and smell to the turkey. I just know after you get in there, you're just like, oh my gosh. And I've never killed one with a shotgun. One with a welding rod, and killed the other one with a 22 rifle. So. Where did I bet? Yeah. It's always hard. It'd be like trying to find preemie clothes that actually fit the baby. Is that what y'all are saying? Anyway, for those of you who's come in after I started this whole mess, I have a post office box. That's what this whole live stream was about. Got a post office box on it. Been requested several times, so I went and got one. Why people want me to have one, but I have one now. It's West Ass, just addressed to West Ass. PO Box 251, Nyer, Texas 79550. We'll check it every so often. Somebody keeps trying to get us to try to dress the chickens. Might be a pregnant lady in between. But oh, you want to see? You want to see what happened in her kitchen? It's a mess. Y'all talk to each other. I'm gonna go get something. I'll be right back. Oh. This one is mean. I like this chicken. This one is like super chilled. I like this chicken. There's more. I'm not going to bring them all. Every one of them was in there. It's all stretched out. Scared the crap out of him when I turned the light on. Yeah, David, you should be able to post a link in the chat, brother. Guess it's lagging pretty bad. Hey, what, are you my only? Yeah, you're the only wrench in here today. Oh no, Chipper's still here. You got one. I can't give Leland one because he thinks it'd be funny just to time random people out. He'd be like going through here. He'd be timing out like the other wrenches and stuff. Yes, you would. So I'd do a lot. That's awful close to Canada, isn't it? Oh, I'm finding. You know what I found out about Canada? I did not know that. I wonder how you figured that out. Not all Canadians are Canadian, eh? Some of them are just like Americans on the wrong side of the border. Yeah, people from Minnesota or not. Minnesota, eh? I think if you're from Minnesota, you're from Minnesota, eh? I'm pretty sure you are. They tried to time out smoking locusts. Wow. Oh. I didn't notice it. What did he say that was bad enough to get timed out for?
Because he didn't know the old crap meat movies y'all were talking about, for starters.
Oh. And was he talking trash or did somebody jack his channel?
No. Legitimate in his reasoning.
Oh, so they tried to time him out because he was not agreeing with our.
Yes.
So they were just trying to mess with him.
Yes.
See, that's why you can't give wrenches to everybody.
Yes.
Okay, now I know. I guess I could click on that and open it in the new window. Everything went white. Oh, melting my face. Let's see what's happening on this main mechanic dude stuff. You got 5 now. I want an old grain truck, flatbed grain truck so bad, I can't stand it. Good night, diggers. Have a good one. Probably. Who do you know from Ohio here? Oh wait, that was Diggers. Diggers. No, where's Diggers from? I don't know where Diggers from. There's not enough people in Idaho to take over anything, so we ain't got to worry about those guys. Or Nebraska. Do people in Nebraska do anything? What do you do in Nebraska? I can pick people that I can like that always be here or whatever, and that know how to run it and stuff. I've only had 2 live streams where we needed wrenches. They come handy the other day. I don't know who that was. They were getting a little bit bent though. There's just so many prepping channels out there. I mean, I know stuff, but why limit myself to prepping? Because you know what prepping is? Prepping is your life, is extending your life. So whatever your life is, that's prepping, or it should be. That's like the homesteading thing. That's, the garden. The garden was so we could, I got a canner. I went and bought a canner, and then a storm come and destroyed all my vegetables. Yay. Seriously, that freaking night. Huh. That night or the next day, the canner, brought that canner home.
Yeah.
Son of a biscuit. But anyway, heads up, I didn't tell you could can none of them vegetables, boy. Let's not do that again. But anyways, in case y'all are wondering, our fan quit and it's hot in my corner about the milk. Wow. Need to get out there and replant the garden. I got that canner. I need to replant the garden. Got lids and flats and everything. All I had to do was find jars. I tried switching over to the pipe, but kept getting tobacco in my mouth. Trying to quit. I think it's probably too late, but I really need to quit. What do you disagree with him about how to do it? I mean, that's what I was trying to say is, I mean, this homestead is part of my preps. I mean, if we can get a little bit more acreage and get it fenced off and get 3 or 4 nanny goats and a billy, we got a billy, but we're going to get a different billy because his Y chromosomes are too popular. But then you have lawnmowers that eat weed and grass and tree leaves and turn them into fats and proteins. So, yeah. Everybody's like, well, you need a good source of fat. Have you ever seen the inside of a goat? I did not realize the inside of a goat was like that. We thought that goat was half starved because he'd lost so much weight because we didn't hand feed him like the people we got him for. They're nothing but fat.
Oh.
Okay. I've got to scroll back up.
He blocked him after he had a disagreement.
Yeah.
Oh, they don't technically get into it.
And see, harm, the fish have fat, but everybody throws it away. The fat's in the head. You would think they would store it somewhere else. The fat is stored on fish. The fat is in the head and in the bones. You do not fillet your survival fish. That's what you do if you want to go to a fancy restaurant. If you want to eat to stay alive, you scale it. And if it's a catfish, I know this sounds nasty, you scrub it in the sand, get the slime off, leave the skin on, cook the puppy whole. If that fish is all the food you have, you eat it all. And as disgusting as boiled water with fish oil in it is, you drink it. With whatever greens and stuff you can find to put in it to make it palatable, you consume it. Yeah, Billy's a jerk. And what's him with the resting his head against your leg? Why does he do that?
He wants you to pet him.
I know, and I pet him, and then he like starts nibbling me when I quit.
Yes.
And you put your hand on his horn, and then he just like stands there. You ruined that goat. I'm just saying. Treats him like a lap dog once in a while. He's a pet.
Only because I can't find him a new home.
Hey, he can do whatever he wants to do. I don't mind him. He just can't keep breaking
You
stuff
don't
off my
mind him,
truck.
but your brother doesn't like him.
Well, we've had some discussions. And he bit Steven and almost brought blood.
Well, why would you leave your hand there?
We wasn't expecting him to bite him. IH and Case, well, which are now the same thing, but yeah, they're shifters and stuff, their gears, everything, they're all they're harder to operate. They can do a little bit different stuff. Tractors are like trucks. Just because one guy likes Ford and one guy likes Chevy doesn't mean that one's better than the other. Unless it's a Ford, and then it's better than Chevrolet. 2.5 acres, I'd be really tempted just to use a big honking rototiller. I was a random thing backwoods. I just was just gonna do a little short video and tell everybody I had a post office box. So I've had a few emails and some messages and a couple of comments wanting to know if I had an address, and I'm not gonna blast my address all over the world, so I went and got a post office box today. I don't know why I didn't have one all along. I mean, they're not expensive. I just didn't do it. Yeah, my little San Antonio trip, I missed my possum by half an inch, man. When I moved the flashlight jerked off sharp, so I saw the movement of the flashlight, and it turned right when I swung to smack it in the head.
See young farms. So is your recommend survival fish threat method to go fishing?
The whole fish. Here's the deal. If you don't have a way to, I mean, you can cook it on the open flame, but all those little drops of liquid that come out around the fins and stuff, that's not water. That's the oils. And the oils are the fats. So you're losing the fish oil to the fire. The more palatable way is to cook it on the flame. The way to get the most bang for your buck is to cook it, to boil it. Thank you. I'm trying to get the time. I'm trying to do fish and kitchen cooks. We actually caught fish last time, but we were both beat by the time we got all the other stuff done. And we already got 2 messes of fish in the freezer. So, which I think when we get back, I think we're gonna have a fish fry or fish bake or something. But boiled fish isn't as palatable as grilled or roasted or any of that. But you get more of the fat out of it. And if you are going to cook the fish, cook it slowly. Thank you. Cook it slowly over the fire. I mean, literally cook it slow. Another hour isn't going to kill you. But if you can cook it slowly, then it will cook the fat out of the bone and the spinal column and the brain into the meat. So when you eat the meat, you get it. And yes, you have to eat that sticky, slimy skin. That's where the oils are. There's oil in the skin. The oils are fats. Survival food is not clean. It's not neat. It's messy and barbaric. Carry salt and pepper wherever you go. I don't know if y'all all got chicken expresses where you're from, but they have, it's called serendipity spice. It's seasoned salt. Go in there, buy you a chicken dinner, get 4 or 5 extra packets and put them in your pocket. Do that all the time. Keep you a stack of, don't weigh nothing. Keep you a stack of those packets. You can take and cook a cup of rice. Boil the water and do a cup of rice. Put 2 of those packets in there and stir it up, and it is actually most delicious. It's something I would eat at a restaurant, honestly. It's very good. It's good. That's why I keep Mrs. Dash with
Yeah,
me
but
now.
she's saying she's gonna, or he or whatever, saying he's taking a class type of thing. You can't take any of that.
Oh, well, yeah, there's that. I don't want to go back all dark ages and caveman. I really don't. I hope it doesn't go back that far. As it is right now, I mean, there's ways to get salt and grow pepper. You know, you can grow onions. I mean, we got wild onion, garlic, and we've got sage. If you can find it, there's wild dill around. There's several of the plants that grow out there that add flavor. They're not necessarily a seasoning or a herb. They're food, but good night, High Desert. Did you give her your pigs? Just question. You can answer later. Well, no, I got to work in the morning, so I won't be on your chat.
Tomorrow's not Saturday.
He does it every day. In case y'all are wondering, High Desert, the High Desert Pioneer does a morning news chat. I guess he does it at 7:30 his time, which is 8:30 my time, and 9:30 over on the coast. So
What is the petro dollar?
the whole market thing up is way above my pay grade. I don't try to predict it or whatever. I figure we're headed for a crash. I don't know if they'll ever do the hyperinflation here. By the time hyperinflation gets to the U.S., it will have to in almost every third world country and second world country before it can affect. I mean, hyperinflation. Now, inflation can happen, but hyperinflation has to go across the rest of the globe as wildfire for it to get here. It's not something that they can snap their fingers and make happen. I mean, they could crater the value of the dollar overnight. They've done it before, but when that's going to happen, if that's going to happen, that's a big grade. So, I'm not going to lie to people and say I know something about it. I'm not going to lie and say I ain't worried about it, but I mean, when it happens, then I'll know what happens. I can tell you the oil field's fixing to crater again. The oil's getting too high. When the oil gets too high, it craters. Same thing happens all the time. It gets real high, and then all the people that bought all the oil reserves, sell it because they bought it at $40 a barrel, and then they sell it at $80 a barrel or $100 a barrel. And then all that oil is back on the market. And it drops the value. But they don't care because they had 20 million barrels of oil They sold it for a $40 a barrel profit from when they bought ownership of the oil. So they just like made out like a bad debt. They don't give a shit. They like triple their money. No, Eddie, I haven't. Yes, always. What's wrong with flour? You know, if you, what's the trick to catching a skunk? Something everybody needs to know. That was a good one, honey. No, flour was the skunk. But the trick to skunks, and I guess I missed Chipper in this conversation. Anyway, need to know, skunks are blind. They, believe it or not, have a very sensitive sense of smell and excellent hearing. They depend on their color and their tail flash to warn away predators. If you do not act like a predator, you can walk right up to a skunk and you just literally, I mean, don't freak out. Just walk up real calm, reach down, pick it up by its tail. The second its back feet lift off the ground, the second its hind legs are off the ground, it loses its ability to spray. Didn't know that, did you? They can't, their tails aren't prehensile. They can't turn around and climb up their tail and bite you. I mean, don't reach down there and grab them right by their butt. I mean, grab them at the top of the tail. You need either take them somewhere if you are hungry, for instance, and you dispatch the animal and then you eat it. Or if you just need to relocate it outside of the camp, walk somewhere, find a nice soft spot and toss it. It's going to hit the ground, it's going to jump up, it's going to run away. Because it doesn't know where you are. It's not going to waste its spray. It doesn't want to smell it any more than you do. That's all. Last night, I mean, I don't want to die. That's what skunks spray for. We do, Leela, you're right. Buy her a nice necklace. You're funny. I'll take the mountain lion. Your wife's in here reading this chat, Chipper? Now, when you go to release the skunk, you don't walk over there and set it down. You have to release it away from you. And I'm not talking take it and chunk it 20 feet. Just pitch it so it'll go 5 or 6 feet and you go the other direction. You just got to be 15 feet away. That's it. I mean, and he's not going to be able to see you past 10.
Irish USMC fax says what's up. Says hello.
Nala, what's up? Irish. Yes, I need my glasses to see. Not domesticated cat. I've got to check and see if like YouTube would fry me or if the PETA people or whatever. Well, who is it that does the animals, the pets or whatever? I mean, wild feral cat. I mean, there's got to be some use for them other than destroying people's flocks and wild game and rabbits and poor quails and baby skunks and destroying all the lizards and the birds and everything. Well, maybe you ought to just let them walk off. My first Catahoula ever, Sugar, was sounding off. And I was like, oh, I better go see what's going on. So I grabbed my rifle and went out the back door, and I'm shining the flashlight around and stuff. And she's, rah, rah, and there's coyotes. And I'm trying to get a spot on the coyotes and stuff. And then she gets quiet, and I shine the flashlight over there, and she's looking at me. And she's like, you know, you can see it in her body language. She doesn't want to have anything to do with what I am thinking is behind me. So I'm like, oh, crap. Cougar back there. Not an older lady, but a mountain lion. And I've got the gun. I'm like, oh, because, yeah, big bad me. I got a 22 rifle. Turning around. There's nothing behind me. I turn back and look at Sugar. She's still like, I mean, she's sidling away from where I'm at. About that time, I feel something on my leg. I'm like, oh, what is it? What is it? What is it? I feel something on my foot. I'm like, holy shit. I don't smell anything. So, taking the gun and I'm pulling it up. And I get it down there kind of where I can sort of feel whatever it is that's on my foot and on my leg. I'm not going to shoot my foot. That's not the story. And then I move the flashlight down there. And I have little kids. These guys were little. And they walk around and they eat and they climb up your pants legs and they wipe food off on the lower part of your legs. I shine the flashlight down there. I am powerless. I'm defenseless. There's nothing I can do. I've got a loaded weapon. There's nothing I can do. There's a skunk standing on my foot, licking Cheetos and ice cream and whatever else Leland and his brother had put on my britches leg. I'm just like, oh no. So I did the only thing a grown man could do. I kicked him across the pasture and shot him, and then that was it.
All you can do is trap them and leave them out in the sun. They don't do sun.
That's true, but I think they have a trap. die. And that she actually says that to me quite often. There's no such thing as divorce in her vocabulary. I just have to die.
That's not wrong. Good. You stuck with me until you down, or I'll kill you. Have you tried the Kill People Gear Chest Rigs for carrying your pistol? Look like a good BBC kit out.
The Hill People gear chest rig.
Is that like the Hills Device people?
I don't know. I'm gonna have to like Google that. I'm trying to build me a what do you call it, an armpit holster. They call it a shoulder holster, but it's not on your shoulder. You don't carry that gun up there. That'd be stupid. Hold on a minute. Okay, I got you. But I bought me one of those BB gun shoulder holsters for a pattern. It's a really bad pattern. So I've got the leather pieces that I'm working with over here, trying to figure out how to do it. Basically, yes. People say there's no such thing as Sasquatch tooth. And we all know that he's real. He comes into the chat. I'm saying. Has he spoke about any specific points of interest, Chipper? You might want to avoid those. Ow. And see, that's something you're going to have to watch out. These people getting these wolf dogs and stuff and just putting them in their backyards and stuff. And then oh, my dog got out. No, your dog didn't get out. Your freaking wolf ran away. Oh, boy. She's gonna, hey, I've never seen the Grand Canyon. Ooh, maybe it's a dire wolf. I don't know. That's a sick thought. That would be a heck of a fur trade, though. Get your own, like, whatever. Your own kennel and just breed them. And then feed them. And then as soon as it gets cold and they get a nice thick pelt, do them like chinchillas. Smart man. Foiled again. My wife don't got a dog. And I'm not holding the goat the whole time. Everything's mostly to China nowadays. got friends, family, everybody I know that orders stuff online, made in China, and this, that, and everything else to save $1 here and there. And it's your life, whatever you want to do. I'm the guy that don't. Because, you know, the $1 I save, the $5, the $10 I save, ordering it from China would have been some guy's hourly wage here. You know, to me, the idea of buying China or Indonesian or Korean or Vietnamese or Mexican or Brazilian or wherever is the same as saying we don't care whether or not our fellow Americans have a job. But that's just me. Oh, I did not. Cool. Good night, David. I need to get off here too. How long I've been yakking? Ooh. I can't do a short live stream and save my butt. Well, I guess I could start crying. That usually makes me. Robots are already big in agriculture. Two more years and there won't be anybody driving John Deere or Massey Ferguson or Case International or International Case or whatever it's called now, or Alice Chalmers or any of them. And I've never had a problem with migrant workers. Those are the guys and gals that come over for the season. They work for 2.5, 3 months. They work really hard for 2.5, 3 months, and then they go home. Because quite literally, you're not going to get any of your, well, Mom, Dad, I need y'all get me a new car because I'm going to go to college as soon as I get out of high school, so I ain't got to work for a living. I want to be me a manager at that McDonald's. They're not going to go out there and pick those peas, squash, strawberries. They're not going to do it. They're just not. Why a guy wouldn't want a job working on a farm around here, a cotton farm or something, I do not understand. It's 3 or 4 months out of the year with long, hard hours. The rest of the time is basically maintenance. You can have a pretty decent vacation every year. The average pay for a farmhand in this area is $450 a week. Now you're like, oh, $450 a week, that's nothing. It's $450 a week, your house, and half the time they buy, or well, not half the time, they pay your house, they give you a house, and they give you utilities. The only thing you have to do is buy groceries. They will actually sign the paperwork. The farmers do it all the time. They'll sign the paperwork saying they charge you rent for that house. You send your wife down to the food stamp office. She fills out the paperwork. There's 6 of y'all in the house. 2 adults, 4 children. You're only making, what is that, $1,600 a month, and you're paying $400 a month in rent. You're below the poverty level. You get $800 a month grocery allowance. So you get your house, your utilities, your food for free, and $450 a week. Sign me the hell up. Just saying. A lot of people, like most of the people.
No,
Well,
a lot.
a lot. Who, the coordinator quit the villages.
I'm about ready to go back to physical labor.
Yeah, that's that one big farmer here. He's making it hard on everybody.
Yeah, people will pay money for if you tell them that it's all natural or whatever.
Some snake oil, whatever. Yeah, a friend of mine, he was oil field dude forever, and he married a farmer's daughter, and the farmer was like, "Hey, you want to come to work for me? He'll work at the oil field anymore. He's a farmer. He loves it. Gets paid. I think he pays him a little bit more. I think he gets like 500 and the rest of the deal. The big corporate farmers that everybody's talking about, these big corporate guys, they live off government subsidies. Corporate farmers make their money off of the welfare system. The government pays them to farm.
That works. Letting people pay them to forage for herbs and edible weeds on their land.
Yeah. These guys around here, they want to charge you out the gazonga beans to go shoot a deer. But, you know, they don't want you out, they don't want you breaking a limb off a mesquite tree, that's for sure. Yeah, that's such a joke. All I did is make it so you can't afford to buy corn now.
And made them modify it more.
Yeah, and now I've got I've got seeds all over the place for corn. I need to buy some more for just a regular white kernel corn. It's not sweet yellow corn. Everybody's like, "Oh, I've got heritage seeds for yellow sweet corn." Nope, that's genetically modified corn. Yellow corn is not the way it used to be grown. It's been genetically modified over the last 200 years or 300 years. Maize, corn is popcorn. Corn is supposed to look like popcorn. Just saying. Yeah, and I don't like weed farming either. I think that They should throw so many regulations on that stuff. It's not even funny. Sick and tired of reading about all the streams that are dead now. Not a minnow, a crawfish, a shrimp, a dragonfly, nothing alive in them anymore. Because all the people growing their stinking marijuana and dumping all that fertilizer and stuff on it. Because the states it's legal in, the growth season for the plant sucks. So they've got to overwater it and over fertilize it to get it to produce in the growing season that they have available. And the runoff is killing, wiping out entire ecosystems. So people, dude, I'm stupid now. I mean, I just really don't like it. I really don't like it. But if you want to grow if they want to make it legal and put your little greenhouse in your backyard, give you 10, 12, 20 plants a year or whatever, that's plenty for anybody. Then go for it. But they need to put some serious regulations on that. They need to say, boom, you either grow it out here in the open on this flat piece of dirt and catch your own runoff in a concrete and fiberglass lined pit and reuse it, or something. I don't know how you do it. And if you get caught growing any other way, we put you under the prison. And like, we sell your family to Egypt to pay for cleaning up the property you destroyed or something. I don't know. Yeah, I've heard of that. I just, no, dope just doesn't make any sense to me. I mean, I used to partake, still joke about it, but I can remember where I was at when I was and where I wound up after I quit. And there is a correlation. Got friends that were literally, one friend, he drove the same truck which was an old truck when he got it, for 14 years. 14 years. He stopped smoking dope. The next year, he got another truck. Every 3 or 4 years now, he gets a new truck. Well, actually, not even that long. He's doing the same job, he's making better money because he's like moved up the totem pole, but not that much more money. Yes, if we weren't expecting to do the porcupine. That was a completely random thing that happened. We literally stopped to get gas. One of the guys that owns a local mechanic shop, he's like, hey. And we were like, yeah. So anyway, we wound up with a porcupine. Wasted 30, 40 minutes trying to get it to go away. I just wanted, God, if we could have got it off the property, we would have left it alone. But I don't think it was going anywhere. I think it was hurt too bad. That would have made it good. But some of the whole thing is we go out and do stuff like this, it's like, and if it was a survival situation, you can eat this. Trust me, whatever you do, if you have any other option, do not scoop the water for your stew directly out of the lake. Your food will taste just like that lake. Don't care how long you boil it. Don't know. I don't do underground stuff. So I don't know. Yeah, had a couple of white guys get caught trying to sell venison to some people. Does that count? You got to do something with it. We were scooping green water out of the lake and pouring it in the pot. It wasn't bad. It did not taste bad, but you could tell that you were eating something that had been boiled in the lake. Yeah, if we'd have had the time, like say, I mean, we were already a couple hours late getting home because, well, it took longer to do than we think. We each took I brought 5 bottles of water, and Leyland had 3 or 4, and we carried a cup of coffee with us, and then we had some adult Coca-Cola for when we got our fish done. The porcupine saved the fish's bowhinies. We let them go. One of these days, I'm gonna tie you down and force feed you ground up deer meat.
And I'll stab you.
Not until you get untied. Anyway, guys, it's like almost 2 hours in here. Well, an hour and 40 minutes. That's not technically 2 hours, but I'm gonna go sit in front of the air conditioner and get out from behind this giant freaking monitor. There's like a wind wall between me and the cold air. So, backwoods, I've tried everything. We've tried barbecue. We've tried boiling it, changing the water, and then making like pulled pork barbecue out of it. We tried stew. We tried sausage. Tried sneaking it into some boudin. Dude, it's just not going to happen. Designer Calvi. My brother got me the monitor. The damn thing's huge. I like it though. I can see better. But yeah, I really wish that I had remembered that I had the coffee filters in the truck. I keep coffee filters in my truck in case I need to filter water. And would have taken a little bit longer. It would have taken us probably 30, 40 minutes to filter enough water to boil the animal. But we could have done it. We could have removed about half of what was in the lake water. But hindsight's 20/20. Yes, carbon is, and yeah, it's charcoal. She is a very picky eater. And she'll eat Other stuff, she like the feral hog. She go to town on it. But you don't eat dove. No, you eat dove. You just don't like it. And she don't eat rabbit. Something about it being a rat or something. I don't know.
Yes, it's Tia. I'll eat what I have to so I don't die, but until I have to.
No,
No.
we tried everything literally. She can, as soon as she gets it in her mouth, she can tell the texture. It's the texture throws her off because I mean deer does not feel like she's a real texture oriented. I'm telling this, I'm sorry. I have to cook the oatmeal in this house. Do you have anything sharp?
No.
Because that woman will not eat her own oatmeal because the texture is off. And the last time she tried to make oatmeal, I couldn't eat the oatmeal. I don't know what she did to it. I mean, if you boil water, you put oats in it. It's simple. But that woman can't make oatmeal. Don't let her make you no oatmeal. I did no making sense. She's a good cook. Just don't let her make the oatmeal. Deer period, man. We tried everything. We even went and had deer sausage, deer and pork sausage together. And she ate a couple of pieces, and she's like, "This is nasty," and that was it. Just wouldn't eat anymore. And she didn't know. Again, she did not know it was deer sausage. Okay, Tipper, you try that. You commit the sin of ruining a hot dog for my wife. She will change the blood in your body out for mustard. And that will be a bad way to go. All right. Tell her to be nice to you, Beckwoods. I really got to get at her. Yeah, see, I mean, there's just no way. She don't like deer.
I have no idea, Barney, but I can't do it.
It's just weird that she's just not a deer. I mean, she says she'll do it if it's SHTF, but not any other way. Anyway, I'm really getting off here this time. Love all you people. Y'all stay alive. Don't die.
Go check your address. That's why you were doing the whole live cast.
Oh yeah, go check my address, my post office box thingy. It's on the About Me section. You go to my channel, click the About Me, and go down there and read the description or whatever in the About Me section or whatever. And it'll be there. It says snail mail, and it's got all that information. And that's that. I believe that's it. You're welcome, Chipper. We are going to call you. But good night, y'all. Y'all still alive. Don't die. Already said that. Be nice to somebody. They won't kill you. Be nice to somebody who's being mean to you. It'll drive them nuts. Yeah, I clicked you. No, maybe click you.